One that nephew of ours that had colon cancer had them made. Welcome everybody to Catfish Weekly, along with Patriot James. I'm
How y'all
live.
doing?
We got a whole bunch of stuff to go over tonight, James, but I know that you have something um, to talk to people about, and I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
to let you do that first.
Well, guys and gals in the catfish world, most of you have heard of drifting sticks. Clay Henderson and his brother Jason. Yesterday, Jason and his buddy was killed in a car wreck. I don't know any specifics, and I wouldn't give them out anyway. So, if you don't mind, keep drifting sticks, Clay Henderson and his family and stuff in your prayers. And his buddy Hunter, and I'm sorry that I did not catch his last name to share with y'all. Both of them fish probably all of the southeastern tournament trail. And of course, most people in the catfish world now has heard of drifting sticks. So, yeah, just keep them in your prayers, guys. Them two were, they were basically twins, and both of them run the company Drifting Sticks. So please keep them guys in your prayer if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I've been in the catfish industry for a long time and a vivid part of what we do. So please keep their family members and everybody in your thoughts and prayers. Um, I do have a couple of tournament results to go over. First off, Ryan Bort sent me some. Ryan, buddy, you're going to have to make them bigger. They are really, really hard for me to see on this screen. But if I can read this right, it's Kayaks and Cats, August uh, 2021. In first place was Ryan Bort's Blue Collar Fishing. Second place, Kayak Mike. Third place, Tyler Lowe. Fourth place, Brandon Hunter. And fifth place, David McKinley. They also sent sixth place, and it was Eric Jacobs. And pretty tight race. Brian had. I'm trying to see here. It's really hard for me to read because the print is so small. But 42 pounds, it looks like, was his one fish, and the last place guy had a 34. So uh, if I'm seeing that right, that's pretty close weights. And the totals was 152 for a high and 129.75 for a low. So that's pretty good. And
Yep.
those are in inches now because I can't imagine weighing those fish on a
Okay.
yeah standing up.
No,
I'd be in the water all the time.
it would. It'd be hard to get the weight to lock in on the scales.
Oh, I would have to think so. But stand up and keep your balance would be something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Um, we would like to also give our condolences to Kim Burnett and his
Yeah.
family. They lost their oldest son. Kim did to COVID. Um, Kim has become a very close friend to a lot of us that tie jigs and have fun at night. And he's a master at it. Him and his son fish together a lot, my understanding is. And personally think the world of Kim, and so do a lot of the guys that we hang with. So our condolences and thoughts and prayers for Kim and his family also, because he's top notch. He just really is. And I'm going to make a stab at this. Um, Kevin had his ladies tournament on over the weekend, and Rebecca. I didn't get her last name. I didn't see results where I could get them. That's why we tell you guys always you should, if you want us to announce them, send them in because we don't have time to look for all of them. But I watched that entire thing pretty much, and it was very entertaining with three ladies banging it out for 5 hours for the win. And the lady that won it caught one fish, but it was the right fish.
Yep.
16 pounds and change. Um,
Pontoon Jody.
don't think that was who it was.
Well, that's who he sent me the thing.
Oh,
Let me
that was
see.
Avid's guest, I believe. I believe her name was Rebecca.
Rebecca Lane.
There you go. Yeah.
Rebecca
There you
Leanne.
go. The ladies that got second place, Bex, and I can't pronounce the other girl's name because I'm not familiar with her, and I'm sorry. Um, Worked harder, I would guess, as anybody. And they ended up, I believe, with 3 fish, but their top two didn't quite make the 16-pound mark and ended up in second place, but they worked hard. Both days I seen them fish,
Right.
getting down in the water with dip nets and struggling to get fish up and down a bank that appeared to be fairly steep, but they made it happen. They made it happen. They got it done. And the first day they just killed it. I mean, really did. And then yesterday it looked like every place that everybody was fishing struggled a little bit. And the lady got third place. She only caught 1 fish, if I remember correctly, and it was just a little short of getting the win. I believe it was 6 pounds and something, if I remember right.
Right.
But she had a great time. They all had a great time, and they had the greatest respect for each other and for Kevin and Becca, who helped him with that, done a great job. So, congratulations on a very successful tournament. But the one that really got me going was Mark's 1 versus 1. Creole beat J Dog.
Let me interrupt you just a second.
Okay.
Here's her page. Rebecca Carolina Real Screamers.
Yeah,
That's the name of her page.
Yep.
Right.
Yep, she did a great job.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
Hey,
you.
no problem.
When I come across it, I wanted to share it right quick.
Sure. On the 1 versus 1, Creole from Creole Catfishing, old buddy Jeremy, who put me out last week, he beat J Dog. And Jason was right there for a long time. It could have went either way. And then Creole started gaining momentum on him. And that's what I say about fish that Mississippi River. He said a lot of times his fish don't start biting until late in the morning or around noon. And that's what happened yesterday or Saturday. They come on at the end. And Jason give it his all. He done a bang-up job. Jason is probably the most underestimated fisherman that fish the tournaments online. He's tough every time he goes out and a super nice guy.
Yeah.
Just
Catches
really cool.
fish, boy.
He can catch some fish. He can.
Yeah.
And the other one, the other half of that show was Brian B. Catfishing fished against the Chad. Now, I thought they had a great day, and Chad done really good, just a little bit short. Brian kind of turned him over his knee and patted his little ass, and that's how that works. But they had a good time teasing each other before and during the tournament, and them guys really had a great time. But we got to take our hats off to Brian because he put on a great show, and he ended up winning. So now in the next show after us, Mark will be going on with Catfish and Crappie Podcast, and he will be announcing the date. Those two will be going at it, and it'll be Brian B. versus Creole. Should be an entertaining morning whenever they decide to make that happen. I'm looking forward to that. Be a lot of fun.
I hate I missed that in live. I really did. I was busy, guys. So,
it was pretty funny. Them guys were on each other the whole time, and that's they didn't. Me and Creole didn't do that, I guess Creole put me out, but we didn't do that. We was just pretty laid back and just have a good time.
Y'all really watching y'all two. It was almost like y'all was sitting on the same boat fishing.
That's going to happen one of these days. It hadn't happened yet. Me and old Creole's going to sit on a boat one of these days fishing. I got to tell you, James, one more thing. I know we've got some stuff to go over, but we're not in a hurry, I don't think.
No, we haven't.
I set up late last night. I had heartburn so bad I knew I could never stay in bed. And I stayed up till like 1:30 watching David Martin fish in his boat.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it.
He would catch. He caught one flathead while I was watching. I guess after that, he said they usually turned on about 1 o'clock or so. Well, they must have because he caught some more after that.
Yeah.
But he was kind of on oh his old buddy out there he fished with. Help me out.
Big Nasty.
Big Nasty
Oh
about
yeah.
falling asleep because he fall asleep on he watched David fish. Oh,
He said
man.
he messed with David all night last night.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I seen something in here from Laura DeBoer. I probably need to take a look. When Creole builds my house, we will have a room for Mr. Lyle.
There you go.
Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that.
Well, we got a common friend in here, Mr. Wampus Cat. He asked me to ask you about something. Could you and wait a minute? Let me make sure I get this right now.
I got a call from him today.
He wants you to interpolate what you just said.
We got a member here. Let me get this. Catfish Bill, welcome, Catfish Bill. Thank you for becoming a member to our show. We means the world to us. Wampus called me today, and I had made a post on one of Dieter's latest videos, and he had used that term interpolate 3 or 4 times, and I'm trying to figure out what it was. And Wampus Cat called me this morning, and he was laughing. I was laughing, and I said, "Hell, I never heard of nothing like that." I said, "I think old Dieter's trying to force some new slang on you guys out there on the East Coast, maybe pick you up." Interpolate, yeah. I cracked up. It was funny.
Yeah, he called me. He said I had to call Mr. Lyle this morning.
He calls me just every once in a while, and I'm always glad to hear him.
But you know, Lyle, that's something about the Catfish family.
It is.
You
That's
can do that.
exactly right.
You can call. They can call me. Call you. Anybody in chat, most of the time, could probably call each other, sit down, and talk to each other like we've known you our whole life.
That's right.
And you know that's becoming more rare in this country than not.
It is. You know.
And,
I wish I could share this picture with you guys, but I can't do it. Oh my gosh!
Carl Wells in here. It's good to see him back in here.
It is, and I hope him and Sandy are feeling better. I know they was getting a little bit better, but Carl had a really tough time with this COVID, and it's going around again. And hopefully everybody can bypass it as much as they can. But
yep. Two of my grandsons has got it, both brothers, and they doing okay. But if y'all don't mind keeping Chase and Aiden in your prayers, they come in chat once in a while with us on our shows. So yep, keep them in your prayers, guys. Them little redheaded boys, they tough, but this is a
whole different deal.
Yeah.
We have 105 people. It was 107 a minute ago watching on YouTube right now.
Sweet.
Let me say we try to go through some of these names and welcome some new people into the show.
That'll work. Let's see. I'm gonna start from the bottom because I'll never go to the top.
Okay.
There's Miss Hooked On. There's Miss D. Jeremy's Tournament Cats. Brad Caldeal. Is that how you say his last name? Christopher Davis, Sunfish Assassin, Chunky Cats, New School, Trophy Seeker Has Live, Central Valley Adventures. I think that's who I got to send a set of floats to. Also, Chrissy Brown. Hey, sweet lady. Sharon Chavez. Is that Mike's wife?
Mike Chavez's wife, yep. I believe, yes.
That's what I was thinking. I wasn't sure. TX Tiger. They're
just going so fast. 777 Outdoors, Avid, 2 stands. Freddy's Outdoor Adventures, 3+1. Silver Fox Fishing, Justin's Fishing Fetish.
That's my buddy.
Fishing with the Squirrel, Micah Kular. I'm not sure I got that right. Hope I got it close. Ernie Brown, Mike Chavez, 3+1. Dale Hayslip, Trophy Seeker Outdoors.
There's Brian Swink. He's another fellow paramedic with Justin and him.
2 old vets, reeling raiders outdoors, Silver Fox Fishing, Sandy.
That's a pretty cool name, that Silver
It
Fox.
is. Yeah, it's kind of
Maurice Kaysen. I like unique names like that.
Me too. Hooks and Hammocks. Amy Payne.
2 Stands.
205 Wild Action.
There's Lance, a Hawaiian fisherman.
We're glad to have him in here.
Yes, sir.
Real Gals Fish.
Nebraska Wildcats.
Timothy Molina.
Mr.
My buddy Sonny Parker.
I sent a set of books up to Nebraska today.
Yep. Roger with Footgrass Adventures. The Weekend Angler. My buddy Josh. Watched him a little bit last night. He had a live going on. Mark with Catfish and Crappie. Fishing with the Chad. And he's hollering at the Weekend Ditch Pickler. Parker Pursuits, Fins and Finds. Oh, my. Let's see.
There's Swamp Diver. I hadn't seen that name in here in a while.
No.
He's sitting in here a good bit.
Yeah. Yep. They all, people have other things to do. There's Papa Ed. Always glad to see him in here. You said Maurice, didn't you? Catfish Bill 66.
Christopher Davis.
Sorry, Sunfish Assassin, I see you there. We try to catch everybody, but dang, man, it's going pretty dang fast tonight.
Yeah, I done there's Freddie's Adventures. Thank you, buddy.
Ryan Swank, did you get him?
Yes, that's
Mr. Gadget.
He's a paramedic too. That's what I was telling you. LG Bass. There's Mark from Catfish and Crappie. If we hadn't hollered your name out,
I think James Dockery's in there. If not, he's sending me dirty pictures on the side. So
he's in here. He's just laying low.
James, I think I told you before the show that Cindy and I was out fishing here a while back, and we was coming home, and we decided that we thought of some cheap giveaways, or that's not really that cheap, but they're not expensive. Let me rephrase that. Would be to give away during some of our shows, and we ordered up a box of these. Can you see those?
Yes, sir.
These are the clickers that, like the ones that the great Dieter Melhorn uses, and we got these in today, and we'll probably give one away pretty soon. I was shocked when I opened them up and I pulled them out of the box. I just pulled one out. And then I pulled them all out. And every one of them come up out of the box with that number on it. Now, I'm not sure why. I wonder if James Dockery has anything to do with that. But Mark with Catfish and Crappie might know.
There's Mr. Melhorn's in the house.
It is Mr. Melhorn. We're always great to see Dieter in here. Been watching his videos, and of course, I watch them all. And it's always a pleasure to have him in there.
Dieter, I believe you need to interpolate a few things for us, don't you? Real-time catfishing, twisted.
I might say that again, Dieter, and I hope I never owe you money. You be on me like stink on banana skins.
Real and Raider Outdoors, Rob Mack, KC Fish. There was a couple names in here that I think was new names. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. Well, it was
Sonny Parker left a message here about how about a day in the boat with me, Lyle, and James Dockery. We've been talking about that, Sonny, and if we can ever make that happen without killing old Dockery, it'd be a lot of fun.
Need to video that.
It has to be video. We might even have to have an extra boat go with us just to video it.
Yeah. There's Miss Becca's in the house tonight.
JR. Something to do with Dieter poking that catfish.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Now Dieter's going to stick to simple words like chicken. That's probably a good idea, Dieter. Hey, there's David Smith. I've been seeing David in a lot of chats here lately. There for a while, I hadn't seen him in none for a while, but he's in a lot of them. There's Frank with Twisted Fishing, and Kevin with Palmetto Cats.
Mike Turner, 712 Catfishing.
Holy crap! There's Becca. Welcome, Becca.
Yeah,
They just keep coming in, and
yeah.
we are glad that you're all in here. We're going to have a fun show tonight. We already kind of had one. That deal with JR tore me up.
Catfish Heroes,
and it's really good. But James,
yes.
7 years ago we started Catfish Weekly. 3 of us or 4 of us did, and we wondered if it would ever work because it started out as a audio only.
Right.
And after the first one, Paul Ragsdale, who's the original guy's idea of it, called me up and he said, "How do we do?" I said, "Well, I don't know. But I think we done good. But if you could figure out a way to do this to where we would be live." I said, "I think that we'd have a hit because catfishing guys absolutely get less respect in the fishing world than anyone else, and there's never any shows about it." And we talked about it a little while, and that was on a Sunday night because the original shows was on Sunday. And Paul called me on a Tuesday, and he says, "I've got it. I've got it figured out. I know exactly how we can do it." He said, "You want to do a test? We'll do a test." And he shot me that link like we used to use with Google Hangouts, and we broadcast back and forth to each other. He said, "Now all we have to do is punch a go live button, and we can do our shows live. But we all have to have some way of doing it with a webcam."
Right.
And that's how we started Catfish Weekly. And of course, we added Chris and Chuck, and then later, all them guys went by the wayside. And we had another guy, and for some reason, his name eludes me right now. Really nice guy. Used to be a wrestler out your way, actually, somewhere. But everybody kind of come and gone, and things changed a little bit, and we done different things. And the next thing you know, Chuck and I was doing the show, and we had Doc Lang on Freddie's Outdoor Adventures. Thank you so much. And I asked Chuck. I said, "Chuck, what would you think about me asking Doc to become part of Catfish Weekly?" And he said, "Well, it's your decision." But he said, "I think it would be a great idea."
Yeah.
And we asked Doc, and it took him a while because I'm not sure if he didn't want to do it or if he didn't want a commitment, because it's when you're doing a show every Monday night, or as you do, James, and I do, more than one night a week, it's quite a commitment. Yeah. And I will never forget the advice that Dieter Melhorn gave me when I first started this. He said, "You have to be consistent." And he said, by that, I mean every Monday night or whatever night you do it. And I took that to heart, and we've done our best. I think we missed 6 or 7 shows, sometimes for internet service, sometimes for storms, sometimes because I didn't feel like it, that happens. But overall, we've done fairly well, and that was the best advice Dieter could have ever given me to date.
That was the first advice he gave me first time we talked about the YouTube thing, is being consistent.
Being consistent. That's correct. And I believe it. And in those days, we was the only show in town.
Yep.
Nobody else done one. And now we've got tons of them. We can watch them every night, and some good quality content.
And then there for a little bit, it was just you, and Sarah started up her show.
That's right.
And was doing good. She had a heck of a following, and then when she left,
and she's a nice young lady.
Yeah, when she left, there was a void there for a little bit, and I was hoping somebody else like Dieter or somebody else would have picked it up. And finally, I just got tired of waiting on them, and I said, "Hey, let's get this started." You know,
that's right. And then you come along.
People don't realize how hard it was to even get on there and bring guests in back then.
Right. Oh, it was tough because nobody had the equipment or the internet signal, and you had to fight that Hangouts, and it was a bear sometimes. Sometimes it
And
wasn't
they
so
had
bad.
that downloaded also.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
You had to download it and then upload it again.
Yep.
It was quite the deal. And then Doc decided he didn't want to do it any longer. And with everything he had going on at that
Yeah.
time, I understood that.
Yeah.
I really did. And there's nobody that I think any more of in this world than Doc Lang. I mean, he's my buddy. We fished a lot of stuff together, and he's a good dude.
Yep.
But he just decided it wasn't for him, and he done it for a long time. We
Yeah.
had Jr. on. Jr. done a bang up job. Really liked having Jr. on there, and then we found Patriot James, and you've been here with us ever since.
Yeah. I plan on hanging out till you run me off. So, you know, I enjoy it. I mean, I really do, because there's a lot of people that comes in here a lot of times that's not on my show, and I get to share with them also. And, you know, hey, when we finally get two brain cells together, sometimes we have a pretty good show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that brings us up to date, James.
Yes.
That brings us into right now. And
Yes,
I
sir.
always told the people that when we got to 5,000 subscribers, we would do a giveaway. And I would give away a rod that I built. And in the background behind me is that rod. That rod has some really cool black grips. They're not EVA foam. They're tougher than that. It has a Fuji graphite reel seat on it. It has stainless steel double brace guides. Um, it has sparkles in it. And we're trying to decide the name to call that. And I have hit up some of my consultants, and we've come up with a few names. And um, I kind of like Milky Way,
Starry Night.
Midnight Sky, Fishing in the Dark. I think what we're going to do. I think what we're going to do, James. I like that Fishing in the Dark pretty good too. That was Mark's choice. And by the way, when we're done here tonight, don't forget to go over and watch Mark Catfish and Crappie. Going to have the date and all the rules for the next 1-versus-1 with them guys. So you want to make sure you watch that. Weekend Angler since Krampus came, just probably not going to be that. I think what I'm going to do is put up a poll.
See, he ain't said nothing all the way down to right now. He waited on that.
Yeah, I know. But I think what I'll do is put a poll up on Catfish Weekly's Facebook page and let everybody vote on it. And if you've got a really unique name that you think is better than the three I have, which come from Chad and Dockery and Mark.
Well, I vote Starry Night like Vincent Van Gogh's picture.
Starry Night. Let me write that down so I'll forget it.
I always liked that picture for some reason.
What do you know about Vincent Van Gogh?
Hey, I used to be an artist.
I know he's got one ear or had one ear.
Yeah, he chopped that off because of a girl and still didn't get the girl.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, don't it?
Yeah, so
that's what we're going to do.
Now he's an ugly girl chaser.
Yeah. We're going to give away that rod, and it's completely finished except for the decal. And when the name is decided, now we're only going to do this name picking for about a week.
Okay.
And then I'll make the decal, and the rod will be done. The grip material that's on that, somebody's saying something about it, is Hapalon. And that it's really soft. It don't ever get hard like EVA foam does.
Right.
And you can grip it and hold on to it. And if it's in a rod holder that mashes down, it'll come right back out. It's amazing stuff. I really like it. Now it is a little heavier than foam and cork, but it lasts longer than both of them put together. So that's what's on it. And it's a very nice rod. And over the guides, where the wrapping is, it's just like that with the sparkles in it too.
I hear you.
So each guide looks just like that, but that's where the decal goes. And I think that it'll make somebody. The blank I know nothing about. I had a company send me a few of these to build, to test. So there's no warranty on the blank. If it breaks, other than in shipping, I can't tell you anything about it because I haven't tried them out. They thought they had a deal for a new bumping rod blank, and it's not got the action for a bumping rod. So I built one of these on it. We're going to give it away.
What do you think? It's about like a medium heavy rod.
No, it's heavier, medium heavy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, bumping rods are stiff.
Right.
That way you got the feel in it. But it's not as stiff as what I use for bumping rods.
Right.
But I think it'll be all right.
You think it'd be fine for like if people that don't fish a lot of heavy current where they use a lighter weight, then that would come into play good.
Yeah, I wouldn't use too light a weight with it. I'd want to use 3 or 4 ounces anyhow. Maybe.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Some of the waters that ain't as fast as what you fishing out in the Mississippi and stuff, you could probably go with a little bit lighter than a little bit lighter action than what you normally use. Which would work out great.
Yeah, I wouldn't be afraid to pull boards with it. I think it'd make a perfect rod for pulling planer boards. Really do, or bobbers either, because they're going to catch a lot of stuff. Thank you, Brad. Thank you. I haven't been keeping up. Midnight Rider, there's a good one. You guys get this up. You guys can write those all in, but that's a good one too, Creole.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll put up the
rod should be called the Midnight Dock Beater. Oh my! But yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Jay Fox Hunter, welcome. Oh, there's Miss D is in the house.
Yep. Take down Catfish and Kenneth Powell.
Dreaming Chicken Midnights, guys.
Miss Cindy said installation rod. I hear you, girl. That's pretty good.
I think we'll have some fun with it. Somebody.
Yep.
I do swamp diver. It's in fact I have a camera bag sitting right there by my gun case in this room, and my towel, my cat rag, is still in that. Don't use it very often because it's the only one I got, and so I only got one or something. I'm pretty careful with them.
Yeah, there was another Terrador Arco. How you doing, fella? Luther Harlow.
Fishing the Mid-South, a.k.a. Papa T.
Yeah, so
Buck Williams.
Now how long is this rod?
What's that?
How long is this rod?
7'6". And I tell you, it's not just me that has went to building the majority of them that length. If you'll notice, a lot of the companies across the board has, and I can tell you why a lot of them has done as on account of shipping costs.
Right.
If it's 8 foot or above, you have to ship by truck, which is freight. About as cheap as you get that done, to about $160.
Yep.
So if you keep them under 8 foot, you can do that. I did get some 7 foot 10-inch blanks here a while back. I didn't like them. And just like this rod, I don't like it. It's not for me. I took rods like guys have sent me for stuff like that.
Right.
I built them for other people, and they used them for years and years. So, man, that's the best rod I ever had. And I wouldn't give 5 cents for a truckload of them. I don't like them. If I don't like them, I don't deal with them. And if I don't like them, I don't trust them too far. But this is from a pretty reputable company. So
I hear you. There's Miss Pontoon Jody
on the market today that comes from this company.
Oh, I hear you.
So we'll see how it works out. I got a couple more of them, and we'll go for there.
Miss Pontoon Jody said, "Mama needs a new rod."
There you go. Or I seen something else here. I'll probably never find it again, but it was funny when I seen it. My chicken is real. Oh, we're having a heyday with Dieter tonight. That's okay. Ernie says, I like to get a 5 foot rod. Ernie, I seen a guy give you one that was probably 10 or 12 foot. It was a long way from 5 foot.
Yeah, no doubt. Old Frank said that he can't use a shorter than a 7 foot. Said it feels funny and to cast in the hook set because it's done used to that.
Used to for so long. I understand that. And Doc was one that I give Doc a lot of rods over the years. He liked them 8 foot, and I don't. I don't like an 8 foot rod unless it's real heavy action or stiff at the tip because it gets flimsy, and I
Right.
don't like that at all. Uh,
Mhm.
but I'm different than a lot of people. Of course, we fished a lot of heavy current for a lot of years. Now we're fishing lakes. It might be better off with that. But I'm thinking stuff like this here. Um, I'm glad you did like it, Swamp Divers.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think this one here will be a great rod blank to build for pulling planer boards and bobbers and stuff like that. And I'm going to build myself one in a spinning because I got a hot spinning reel a guy gave me uh, last year, and I don't have a rod to put it on, so that's what I'm going to do with them. I think it'll work out really good for that. But that's where we're at, and I hope it's something that everybody will enjoy. And I will tell you that I already have people coming in when they found out about this because kind of got the word kind of got out a little before I wanted to. But I do have people donating prizes to be giveaway in uh, to go along with this. It's not just for me, and
Right.
we'll probably have some of these Dieter Melhorn special tally counters. We might have a couple of them left for that. And
Yeah. I'll donate a mega pack.
wow, there's a big deal. That was a big prize last night on Kevin's show when that lady
Yeah.
won that mega pack. So there's that, and I know that there'll be one of these given away. Uh, that's as far as we're going to go right now with that. But I think that we will have a great time with this and go on. Keith Smart says, mine are cheapies, but I had them for years. Seems to work good for me. American Spirit, Catfishing Pro, 7 foot sticks. Those
I
are good.
remember those rods.
They are good rods.
I'm gonna tell you guys and gals, with today's technology law, it's really hard to find a rod that's going to bust anymore unless you're
Oh,
doing something stupid and trying to
yeah.
pick up a fish,
Yeah.
that's way too heavy to be doing anyway.
Yep.
I mean, I fished with one of the cheapest rods on the market, the Catfish system rods, a $20 rod. And I haven't busted one yet, and I've had it jerked around the daggum boat, hung up with 30-pound line. And I thought, well, that rod's busted.
That's right.
Because I had
Hey,
a fish
dog.
on the front of the boat, and you couldn't, you can't get back here to it. So you just say,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
Yeah.
And it
Hey,
never
dog, we're
busted.
doing good. Thanks for asking. Mark Knott's in the house. James, I will tell you in my experience, and I have a little bit in this field,
Yes,
the
sir.
number one thing that causes fishing rods to break is when people get excited and they get a fish on and they may already have it netted in the bottom of the boat, but they'll grab and high stick that way up close to the thing, and
Yep.
next thing you know, they're excited and they pull on that and they snap the top of them. So they're not made for that. They're made for the pull to be from down at the bottom
Yep.
all the way through the blank. And when somebody grabs one up close to the tip like that, I cringe every time they do it because you might not break it that time, but the damage is already done by the little fibers
Yep.
inside of it, and it won't be long till it'll be popping.
Yep. So,
Justin's fishing fetish says call the rod nocturnal kitty sticker. That's pretty good. You guys, I'll put a poll up. You guys can ad lib to these, and everybody can go from there, and we'll make a decision on it and see what works. But I just thought that'd be a fun way to do it, and them three names that I had and the one James stowed in there is a pretty good start, and I've seen some really good ones in there
yep.
throughout the night. But this chat's going so fast, it's really hard. But there's no telling how much more stuff. Pardon me, that we will get donated. I'm sure there will be some more stuff, and anybody that wants to donate anything, Space Cat, there's a good one. Anybody that wants to donate anything to our giveaway needs to contact me at Catfish Weekly TV at gmail.com or just message me through Catfish Weekly's uh, YouTube, Facebook page, and let me know. Hey Dale, how you doing? Catfish Rod, yeah, Catfish Weekly Rod, yeah, and let me know if you want to donate some stuff to that because we're not asking for anything. If somebody wants to do it, that's great. If they don't want to do it, that's also fine. Uh, but drinking beer and smoking as usual. Two of my favorite things used to be. Not as much these days, but there was a time.
Yeah. Uh, Somebody said something about a graphite rod. Yeah, graphite rods.
This
They
is a graphite
got
rod.
it is.
It is a graphite rod. Yeah, that's why they sent it to me to see if it would be something I could use as a bumper rod. I just don't think it'll work as a bumper rod. I
Right.
got a message that says if Dieter wins the rod, call it chicken hawk. Yeah, don't say that in chat. Okay, I
Uh,
won't say it. Yeah, don't send that to me and think you know. I just
yeah.
saw James. I just got a photo sent to me in Messenger by Josh Dunnigan. He's sitting there holding his brand new son. They have you and I on the big screen, and that kid's eyes are as big around as $half. I don't know if I can screen share that or not, but I'm going to give it a try.
There you
Don't
go.
mind.
They're setting hooks and crossing eyes. While you're doing that, I'll call out a few names that's got through
Absolutely.
us. Papa T, aka Papa T. There's Mark Lau. If I said your name wrong, I do apologize. There's Buck Williams.
Check that out.
Oh, I hear you. Look at his big old eyes.
Josh, thank you so much for sending that in to us. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
He's
Love
also sending me something about Dockery too, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I just seen him bobbing. Oh. And that's something I love so much that, especially like with you, Dockery, and Chad and Mark, y'all get everybody's giving each other a hard time, but nobody getting mad.
Oh yeah. And I've been on Chad pretty hot and heavy here lately, but he started it.
Yeah. There's that name I was looking for earlier, Mr. Kitty Whiskers, Steve Mosley, Clearview Outdoors. I think that's all the ones I had missed. Oh, there's Real Gals Fishing.
Hey, there's two stands. I know I haven't called him out all night.
Yeah, I called him out earlier.
Oh, did you? He was
Yes,
helping
sir.
somebody do a thing over the weekend. I just can't remember all of it.
Yeah. There's so much stuff going on now. There's so many cotton picking tournaments
Oh, I
and
know.
everything else. I can't keep up with it.
Hooks and hammocks are in. I think we called them.
I seen baby Chadwick James. That's what the Chad just said.
Oh, he knows that ain't right.
Yeah.
He knows that's not right. It never was right. We just let him do that to make him feel good and told Christina and Josh that we wasn't going to protest it just because we didn't want to make him mad.
Yeah.
I
Mark.
want to thank Haz and Chunky for sharing our live feed out tonight. Thank you guys so much. That's how we get recognition from each other. We should all do that for each other. And I'm as guilty as the next guy, but I can't watch all of them. But I try to hit as many of them as I can because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep. You're exactly right. And I mean, but as far as the fishing, guys, go get you an ugly stick. Go get you a freaking cane pole. Go catch you some brim. Just get out there and get blessed by what the good Lord's blessed us with and enjoy it.
Absolutely. And, James, let me change this. We were into my favorite time of the year. This is the fall coming in right now. The weather's dropping, the temperature's dropping for the air, and the water temperature's dropping a little bit. And not only can you catch the fire out of bluegill and panfish of all kinds, them catfish will start feeding up here pretty quick because they know what's coming on, especially them flatheads. And Maurice Kaysen, name it the Shadow Dancer. I like that too.
Yeah.
But it's coming. And the days will be so comfortable. And if the sun's out, take you an umbrella, or if you got a top, put it up, and little gust of wind come by, and you're going to have cool mornings and cool evenings and chilly nights for the night fishermen. I seen David. He was like I say, I watched him extensively last night. He wasn't cold at all. Um, he wasn't cooking, but he wasn't cold. But
Right.
it looked beautiful out there. And I think he told me the whole time that I watched him, which was several hours, he only seen one other boat on Lake Wiley.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
I'm glad to see David getting back out on the water. He had took a little break and
Oh
getting
yeah,
back
he's a
out there,
great guy.
especially once Labor Day was over with, and a lot of them guys and gals started putting their boats up and not hitting the water so bad. Then there's Stonefly 71.
It's been a while since he's been here.
Yep.
JP3, John Boys Catfishing.
Yes, sir. That was
Real
something
and Raider Outdoors.
I was
Do
going
what?
to ask you. I was something I was going to ask you the other day, and I didn't get around to calling you. And it come across my brain right quick, but it went so damn fast I wasn't able to stop it.
Thank you, Josh, for sharing the video.
So how are you going to plan on doing the drawing? Are you going to go by who's in chat or?
I'm glad you asked that. I've been doing some checking, and from what I understand is we have a tool called the StreamYard giveaway tool.
Right.
And it used to be, if you remember, that you could only get 250 people in YouTube at one time on a channel. Well, now with this StreamYard, it's pretty much unlimited because some of the shows that are out there have 500 and 600, 800 guys watching or people watching at a time. So what we will do is we will have a hashtag this or that for whatever prize we're giving away.
Right.
And we'll have one at the end for the drawing for the rod. I believe from what I have seen, the Rebel rod, I like that too. That's the fairest way I've found. Even more fair than the random.org, because for a long time I didn't know how to screen share that to get it to you. But with StreamYard, they have a button at the bottom that says share screen. You know, if you give me instructions, I can follow them. But if I got to figure that internet and computer stuff out, I can't. Sometimes I just don't find it for a long time, and finding the people that helps me with that. Some of them are really good, and some of them are just better than me. But Michael Chavez, the cooking guy, one of my favorite cooking guys. But that's how we're going to do it. We're going to use the StreamYard giveaway tool. I think that would be fun. I think it'll be easy peasy. And unless somebody comes up with a better idea, Mark, welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that share thing. Figure out how to do that instead of doing it the way I've been doing it, because I like that idea.
I just seen somebody else, Christopher Davis. Just follow the instructions. Thank you. That's what it takes. If I got instructions, I can do pretty good. Dale Hayslip, I think we hollered him a while ago. Big Bill Veteran Catfishing. That's a new one for me. Welcome to the chat.
Don't forget, everybody, share the bait, share the love, check out each other's channels. There's a new channel in here tonight, and I'm sure there might be a few more that we have missed. If we have, we apologize, but welcome to the Catfish House.
That's exactly right. I'm going to do a giveaway tonight. We're going to give away one of these, and I promise you it'll say 25 on it when you get it. I promise you that it will. But we want to give one of these away, and I'm going to set that up in just a second, James.
That's Christine.
But, if you haven't liked this live stream, please do. And if you like what we're doing and the content that we're trying to bring everybody, would you please subscribe to our channel? It makes all the difference in the world is to get our content up and going every chance that we can to get us ahead, because we're fighting against some pretty tough competition. It didn't used to be that way, but now it's really come a long way. There's Muddy River Catfishing. Welcome. Glad to see you in here tonight. Haven't seen you in a while. Dan Thompson. I think we've mentioned Avid, but like I say, I'm going to get this up. James, if you can tell them about something.
We'll sure do it.
I got to try to remember how to do it.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys and gals that's around the Carolinas, October the 2nd. Robbie's going to be having his Fish for the Cure Diabetes tournament. So it'll be on Lake Wiley, put out at South Point Boat Landing, the same landing that I held the tournament at. So if y'all don't mind checking it out, I don't know what he plans on, if he's planning on doing any live feeds or not. I'm sure the people that's fishing, if they choose to go live, they can. Thank you, Freddie, again, my friend. His buddies are done starting to give him a hard time because he's taking time to go catfishing and not going gold mining with some of his buddies, and they give him a hard time. He said, man, I do all kind of stuff. He does.
Here's your keyword to get in the drawing for the counter. Good luck, everybody. I figure they'll be rocking and rolling. Yeah, I would love to see Robbie have a good turnout down there. Juvenile Diabetes is a great organization that needs support, and he's going to donate money back to that. I understand that Robbie has juvenile diabetes. I was told at an older age when they found out that I was a diabetic that I'd probably had it all my life. Nobody ever checked me for it, which could be. As old as I am, they may not have known how to done it in them days. But regardless, it's a very worthwhile deal, and God bless him for doing that. He jumped in both feet, had no idea what he was doing, but he's making it happen, and I'm very proud of Robbie.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to come out and help us that morning, set things up, check boats, live wells, and stuff like that, come on down. We can sure use your help. And during the downtime, it'd be good to have somebody sit around and talk loud, because you got a little bit of downtime when the boats get out and everything's finally set up. You got a little bit of downtime. Everybody gets to sit around and shoot the breeze for a few minutes.
When we was out there to your tournament this spring, Cindy and I drove out there, and I got to spend the afternoon visiting with Big Nasty and David and Robbie's grandmother, of all people, and a couple of ladies that I don't remember their names. And we absolutely had a blast. Laura the Explorer come up there and visited with us a little bit.
There's Miss Katie Dockery in the house with us.
Bless her heart. There's not a woman that deserves a break in life any more than she does. She takes care of old James like nobody's business, and somebody has to take care of that boy.
Yeah.
As long as she's around, he hardly ever hits a dock roof.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Every man's got to have a good woman to support him, buddy.
Well, he's a very lucky man, I promise you.
And every man needs to be good to a good woman that treats him right and can put up with their BS.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Are we getting any more entries?
I see Fishing Local 336 just put in one, and it's slowed down. So
all right, we'll have 89. If we'll just give you a few more seconds, and then we're going to go ahead and run it, because we want to make sure everybody jumps over at the end of it. There's 90 and watches Mark with Catfish and Crappies podcast. It's going to be a great show. He's got some funny guys on there tonight. So here we go. Here goes for the drawing.
Robert say
Catfishing with the Crow. That was a guy that just started watching us here, a few weeks ago?
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
Glad to have him in here. This one is yours, my friend. Just message me on Facebook, or you can email me at catfishweeklytv@gmail.com. Either way, give me your shipping address, and we will get stuff right out to you. We just got a dozen of these, and the first one's gone. Hey, there's Mr. T-Bone. Welcome. Whiskers and Green. But, yeah, just send me your information. Either way, I'll get it, and we'll make sure that you get it to pardon me. James, Joe Buck 66.
Yes,
hey, gosh, I'm still getting them coming in. He may have been in here, and I just didn't see him.
I don't
There's
know.
Chris Usselton. I think I got that right. Now, we've been calling him Usselton, but I listened to Rebecca last night when she was on with Kevin, and she actually knew how to pronounce his name. Sometimes you guys have to understand that we're guessing at some of this stuff, and we're not trying to do it to be wrong. We just don't know. So, but I believe Usselton is what she said, and I'm pretty sure that that's right. Uh, oh, I did get it right. The only one other that I'm not that I think we worried about is Brad Caudell. I hope we're
Yeah.
close on that one. So,
And it took us a little bit for that Terrador Arco.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, that one was a tough one too.
yeah, that was a tough one for me for a long time. Art's in here with uh, One Tub Fishing Club. We're glad to see you guys in here.
Yeah.
Trophy Seeker Outdoors. Hey, there's John Patrick Jr.
Yes, sir.
JP3's dad.
So, Lyle, when's your next fishing trip planned?
We're going to try to get out this week, do some filming if we can. I think, if I'm correct, today was the last 90-degree weather that we have for a few days. I hope so. So, in my mind, that's what I needed to get away from was them mid and high 90s, and I think we're done. We're done with those for a while. I think it's going to be mid 80s the rest of this week, and lows in the 65s, and I really like that. Haz, thank you again, you and Kevin, everybody, for sharing our link out. We appreciate that so very much.
Yes, sir.
Fishing Local 336, thanks for joining us tonight. I don't have too much else going on unless you do, James.
Nope. These cool nights, man. I've been raising the bedroom windows, man, and sleeping at night under the daggum fan, man. It felt good.
Yeah, there's Rams Bait and Tackle, San Antonio, Texas. They've been in the last couple of weeks. You know, we're doing a series. We stopped for the night. We're trying to set some more shows up for bait and tackle shops across the United States. So if you're interested in doing that, please contact me. Or if you know somebody that you think has a bait and tackle shop that should be involved with that, have them message me or send me their information or something, because these mom and pop stores across the United States are the ones that's making it better for all of us to be able to go fishing and catch these fish.
Exactly.
Here's Kelly Bullock.
Yeah, it's I'm like you, Lyle. I'd rather give them the spotlights than I had the bigger box stores.
Me too. Yep.
Keep that money local, keep it in some good family hands. And a lot of times, some of them old stores has been around a long time, Lyle.
Oh, yeah.
If you go search around, you'll probably find that one item that you've been looking for a while.
That's it. Oh, and there was one thing. Somebody just reminded me when we're going to do the giveaway. The 5,000 subscriber giveaway will be October 4th.
Yep.
So that way everybody knows when it's going to be. I'll have the deal worked out with what name we're going to put on it. The decal will be on it, and then whoever wins it, I can box her up, ship her right out to them, and hopefully we'll have a few more people get in with some giveaways for us. We've already got some great prizes to go along with that, and but you'll have to be watching the show that night. So that's all I got, man.
Yeah. Somebody was saying, oh, a lot of small shops have stuff you can't find online these days. That's exactly right. I mean,
because they'll fool with it when the big box stores won't.
Yep. You're exactly right.
They'll get you what you need. Stonefly 71, thank you so much.
Some of them old lures that worked so good when you was growing up and stuff for bass or crappie or brim or whatever. A lot of times you go in them old stores, them guys have still got contacts in them.
That's right. That's right.
Gum lures or whatever.
That's 100% correct. Thanks, everybody, for watching us tonight. We appreciate it. Be sure to check out Mark Catfish and Crappie podcast coming up right now.
And I promise you, Wednesday night, I'll